Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's cold and chilly here. Nonetheless, we persevere, right? Get out and do some exercise. Listen, the past couple of days, we have been talking about mindset because mindset is a critical starting point. Look, from right mindsets comes effective action, and from effective action comes desired results. So if we want to get the desired results, of course, we have to take the actions that are going to create those results. But in order to consistently take the desired actions that we're looking to take, we need to have the right mindsets. Because if we have the right positive mindsets in place, we are much more likely to take those actions. If we have the wrong mindsets in place, it's going to be very difficult and essentially impossible to consistently take the actions that we need to get the results that we want. So here we're talking about health, of course. In order to be healthy, to stay healthy, or to recover our health if we're dealing with health issues like digestive issues or autoimmunity, we need to take the right actions. Therefore, we need the right mindsets. Now, the past couple of days, we've talked about two critically important positive mindsets. Today, I want to close out on the third critically important positive mindset that you need to be working towards if you're going to get the results that you want. Ready? All right. That third critical positive mindset is emphasizing good over perfect. So good is better than perfect. Good is better than perfect. That's good is better than perfect. Now, a lot of people, if you're anything like me, tend to be type A perfectionists. We like to keep polishing something, keep working on it. We constantly see where the errors are, where it's not good enough, where we could make it better. We're hard on ourselves. We critique ourselves a lot, and we always think we could do better. Now, there are a few positive sides to this, obviously high achievement. However, there's a lot of negative. In fact, I would argue that there are more negative aspects to it than there are positive. So when it comes to health or other areas of our life, we need to understand that perfect is not attainable. Or if it is attainable, it's only attainable for a very short period of time. So let me give you one example. As of this recording, we are coming up on the holiday season. Christmas, New Year's, all of that is not very far away. We always talk to people about how December is typically not the month that we are looking to make forward progress. December is not the month that we're looking to make forward progress. Between all of the obligations, the celebrations, the sugary desserts, the family in town, the emotional issues, the stress levels, all of those things, most people, we are very happy if we simply maintain or see a very small dip in a person's health or well-being. For a lot of people, if they don't enter December mindfully and with a plan B in place, we can see everything fall apart for them, which is definitely what we don't want. So we can bring this into the idea of perfection, right? So we may have the perfect diet that's working really well for us, but of course it's very strict, or an exercise regimen that's working very well for us. But again, of course, it's very strict, right? And so maybe for a period of time, we are able to keep up, quote unquote, the perfect diet or the perfect exercise regimen, or getting exactly the perfect amount of sleep that we need at night, or whatever the case may be. We may be able to keep up a perfect regimen for a time, but of course, life always gets in the way with events or occurrences, or whatever else is going on, and then we're not able to sustain the quote unquote perfect regimen anymore. What typically happens for most people is we adopt a perfect or nothing mindset, right? We say either I'm going to do this perfectly, or why bother doing it in the first place? And so what happens if we can even get going with that perfect regimen? We keep it up for a while until life inevitably gets in the way for us. And then what happens? We drop it entirely and then end up doing nothing. And of course, that is not the way to move towards those desired results that we're looking for. If instead of perfect, we embrace good enough, we say good enough is good enough. So listen, is it the perfect exercise regimen, the perfect diet, the perfect whatever? No. But is it good enough to get us the results that we're looking for? And if the answer is yes, then good enough is better than perfect, because life always happens. You know, we're never able to do things on the schedule that we think we're going to, things get in the way. But if instead of focusing on perfect, which leads us into one of two things, either A, we never get started because things are never perfect. We never have everything lined up the way we want to, so we actually never even get going. Or B, we're able to do perfect for a period of time, see some results, and then life inevitably gets in the way. We can default back to perfect or nothing. Then we lose all those results, and we end up going 2 steps forward, 2 steps backwards, wasting a lot of our time, our money, our energy, only to end up right back where we started from. That's a surefire recipe for frustration, disappointment, and ultimately a feeling of helplessness, because look, we tried and we didn't get anywhere. Instead, when we embrace good enough, look, good enough may be a 3 on a 1 through 5 point scale, where perfect is, call it a 5, good enough maybe a 3. Now, if we think of sort of, it's the how good the thing is that we're doing times the number of times that we're able to do it. Look, we've talked about before about hitting singles is better than hitting home runs, because let's imagine a home run is a 5 point on a 1 through 5 scale, but it happens very infrequently. So we take 5 times 2, for example. We're just making up some math here, and we get, a home run on average is going to give us 10 points worth of benefit in this model that we're imagining. If instead we say, look, a hit to first base is maybe a 2 or a 3 instead of a 5, but instead of being able to do that just once in a blue moon, we're able to do it consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month. So say we only get 2 or 3 points for hitting a single, doing something good enough instead of aiming for perfect, but we're able to do that instead of a 2, a frequency, we're able to do that times a 15. So we get 2 times 15 is 30 as opposed to 10 points. So while each single, in this case, is much less impressive, the fact that we can do it consistently moves us so much farther ahead. And so this brings back to perfect. Perfect is great, and if we could do perfect all the time, obviously that would be ideal. We'd get the absolute most benefit from it. But since we can't, unless you're a superhero here, and I'm certainly not, we cannot do perfect. Instead, we can aim for good enough. We can do it consistently, and we can reap far, far greater rewards. We can get much more of those desired results that we're looking for. All right, folks, so we have talked about the 3 critical mindsets. If you find yourself stuck in perfectionism, either resisting getting started because you're not quite ready, it's not quite good enough, you haven't found the perfect diet, the perfect routine, the perfect practitioner, you're not in a perfect place to do it properly, I urge you, please set aside, look for good enough. Is the plan that you're looking at implementing, does it resonate with you? Does it feel good enough? Just go ahead and get started. Move forward. Hit those singles every day or every week. Begin racking up some positive forward motion. And before you know it, you'll see the positive results and the positive changes in your life. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Listen, if you have not read my best-selling book, The Clear Path to Health, I want to invite you to get it now. It is the result of over 10 years of dedicated effort. I've taken all of that clinical practice, thousands upon thousands of hours of study, education, and work with people, and literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of money spent on schooling and continuing education. And I've distilled that down for you in a simple, easy to read book that lays out the principles of health and the principles of disease. We've had plenty of people tell us that by reading it, putting the information inside into action, not only have they caused or created tremendous positive change in their life, but they've also cleared a lot of the confusion that's out there. So they understand what it is that they need to be doing in order to get and stay healthy. All you need to do to get the book is go to aspirenaturalhealth.com/book. That's ASPIRE, aspirenaturalhealth.com/book. aspirenaturalhealth.com/book. Go ahead and pick it up today. All right, folks, until next time, take care.